If you're trying to build a thermal evaporation plant either to get the fissile fuel or the lithium, then this video is for you. I'll explain everything step by step and let's get started. Right, so to get started, the items or blocks that we need are as follows. A thermal evaporation controller, 3 to 5 thermal evaporation valves, 40 to 60 blocks, a resistive heater, a sink. Make sure that you get this sink as this provides unlimited constant flow of water, a configurator, basically some kind of power source. In this case, I'm going to use an energy cube. And then you just need a bunch of cables. So basically a couple of thermodynamic conductors, a couple of mechanical pipes, and that is it. What we need to do is build 4x4 square or get a 4x4 area. Then what I do recommend doing is building one below, right? So don't build it on top, build it below. This will just make it look nicer, as it'll basically look like it's just looks nicer underground, right? So build 4x4, build something like this. Then what we just need to do is we need to do 2 high, right? So build a 2 high like this, one bam bam, right? Very quickly. Then come to the front or wherever you want your controller to be, right? So put your controller like basically like here, one bam bam. And then what we need to do is we need to put our valves. Now you can literally put valves wherever you want. I'm just going to do a standard from left to right, and as you can see it works. Okay, now if you open up the GUI, as you can see it tells you height 3. It also tells you the temperature and production. You can only do a maximum of 18 high. However, I don't recommend going that high. You will definitely not need it more than 8. For my fission reactor and for my lithium production at the same time, I only have about 8 high, and that is still overkill because I'm still having more brine than basically the demand. So don't go overkill with it unless you really plan to do some crazy stuff. Just build about, I would say 6 or even up to 10 is more than enough. Now once you have everything set, right, so this is the minimal setup. It needs to basically be 3 high, right? That's it. Then come to your side of your evaporation valve and place your sink. Now make sure that you get this sink, right? It's cooking for blockheads if you're playing the ATM10 mod pack, because this has unlimited water. And also make sure that you have an unlimited and a steady inflow of water. Then take your mechanical pipe. Now if you don't know which pipes, like me, so I always get confused which pipes are for what, type in Mekanism basic, and if you hover over a cable or a pipe and you press shift, it actually tells you capable of transferring, and it tells you FE joules or fluids, right? So fluids is like water or lava and stuff like that, right? Then if you get your Mekanism wrench, right, or configurator, actually in this case it's called, right? So take your Mekanism configurator, shift, scroll to fluids, come to the advanced mechanical pipe, and basically under press shift and right click. As you can see, it says push. Push means pushing something, right? So we're not interested in that. What we want is we want to make sure it says pull. Once you turn it to pull, it will start basically giving you water, right? As you can see, it fills up very quickly. That's why I'm saying use this sink because it's very good. Also, as you can see, it's filling up very slowly. So if it's not filling up quickly enough, you just either change the pipe to like elite or ultimate, or place another sink, but you should not have a problem with that because I did not have a problem with the water. Also, as you might have seen, it starts to create brine, right? So we're already on 100 millibuckets, right? That's really technically nothing. But because basically how this works, how brine is created, is we're basically heating up water to very hot temperatures. So in this case, it matters what biome you might be in. I would actually recommend doing this on a mining dimension, which I'll also leave in the description down below. I'll show you how to go there. Now then, what we just need to do is you need to take your resistive heater, place it down under the valve, place your energy cube, right? So make sure that it's powered, or just basically power it to whatever way you have. Then take your thermodynamic conductor and just plug it in. Right? Once you plug it in, you might see that it basically stopped working, right? As you can see, it stopped working right now. It's not really creating anything. Oh, it is actually slowly. But the thing is, it's creating the brine very slowly. So if you actually right click it, as you can see, it actually allows you to input stuff, right? So if we actually create it, so let's actually put it up to 100 FE per tick, right? As you can see, it changed to 100 FE per tick, because remember, when you're typing, you're not typing the temperature, you're typing the basically usage, or how much energy do you want to give it, right? So how hot do you want this to be? And as you can see, the more I basically put it, the hotter this gets. And obviously, as hotter it gets, like I told you, the hotter it gets, the more brine we're creating. Just remember that obviously the hotter we're making this, the more energy that we're gonna need, right? So maybe let's put 500, and it should fill out. Basically, as you can see, it's going very, very quickly. On my world, I've set it to like 1,000, but because I've got a fission reactor powering this up, as you can see, it basically just gets instant, right? It's instant. And as you can see, it's already filled up. Now, I might have forgotten, we actually need one more valve. So if you place valve anywhere, this is for extraction of our brine, right? So take your basically fluid, so mechanical pipe again, and literally just plug it in. Again, as you can see, it's not outputting anything because we need to configure it to basically extract, right? So make sure that you shift, right click again, and as you can see, it starts to fill up with brine. Now, all you need to do is literally just connect it somewhere. So if you're trying to create fissile fuel, then just connect it to your basically setup. Or if you're trying to create lithium, then you just need to basically send this to another thermal evaporation plant, which I'll also show you in the next video, how to create the lithium, right? Right now, in case you get stuck or something, if you actually come to your inventory, go to quests, left section, and go to tech, which is mechanism, right? So this is like the 5th section or 4th section, tech, mechanism, and it says most machines, right? Click this thermal evaporation plant. And as you can see, it actually tells you information. So it actually tells you, for example, the base is 4x4 and the highest basically is 18. Now, if you're still stuck, if you actually go to the next page, right, if you go to all the way to the bottom, as you can see, it actually tells you or shows you examples what you need to do, right? Wham, bam, bam, very simple. Right, and that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you can, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as I'm trying to build a modded Minecraft or overall a Minecraft community. And yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check my other content, and thank you for watching, and peace.